What's going on, everyone? Anthony here with AC Toys, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are reviewing the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Wave 14 Dino Thunder Mesogog. If you guys remember from my last video that I just released on Saturday, I got Wave 14 in from BBTS. A lot of you guys keep asking in the comments, how did I get it so early? When it's literally within the first 2 minutes of my video. So it's pretty clear to me that you guys just skip over the boxing portion of the review and just go straight to the figure. So if that's something you guys really don't care for, let me know in the comments section down below, and I'll just skip this whole section altogether and go straight to the figure review. But until then, let's go ahead and take a look at this box here. So as you can see, it is your standard Power Rangers Lightning Collection box for now. If you guys are unaware, Hasbro has gotten a lot of backlash on the plastic-free packaging, basically where like you can't see the figure inside, and it's basically a mystery figure when you buy these now. And if you ask me, a $30 mystery figure is way too much to be guessing what you might be getting. So they are going back to the window style packaging, whether it's just going to be a cutout right here or if it's going back to the completely older design, I don't know. But for now, this is the standard packaging. So you have 3D rendering of the figure right there front and center, a little bit of 3D artwork on the side. That same artwork right here as the spline, Power Rangers Dino Thunder logo. More 3D rendering of the figure right here, and that you have a little, I guess, scale. So according to the box, this is 6.5 inches tall or 165.7 millimeters. Dino Thunder Mesogog, legalese, nothing at the bottom. Really nothing on the side, nothing at the top. So let's go ahead and crack this guy open and hope everything's okay. All right, and here we have the figure out of packaging, and as always, let's go ahead and start with the accessories because this guy basically comes with next to nothing. But before I do that, as I mentioned in my previous video, this is a completely brand new camera. If you guys are a long-time follower of the channel, I used to record all my videos on basically my cell phone, and not even my current cell phone, like my old cell phone that I just had lying around. So this is my first investment into a full DSLR, so it's going to take me a while to mess around with the settings. A lot of you guys said the last video was very blown out, so I turned the exposure up, so hopefully it's better. It looks better on my viewfinder. I really don't notice any of it until I start recording, and then even then when you upload onto YouTube it degrades it even more. But hopefully these settings work better, so please let me know. Thank you for all the people that messaged me from my last video telling me how I should be able to set this up. But anyways, moving on to accessories, he basically only comes with his two kind of like posing or weapon holding hands on him out of factory, and then he comes with extra fists, so a left and a right. There you go. And then he comes with two lightning effects. One of the lightning effects just kind of like ports into the fist, so he kind of has like that effect punch going on. And then he has like another one, like, I don't know, it's weird. As mentioned, I don't really like these too much. There are very few that I actually like, but for the most part, these are just useless to me. So yeah, guys, that is it as far as accessories. So he only comes with two sets of hands and two lightning effects. So moving on to details of the figure, this is obviously a completely new sculpt, so I'm pretty sure the budget for this wave went all into him. But is it worth it? Are we glad we didn't get him as a deluxe? Is he justified being in like a single release of like a regular wave? Let's go and find out. So as far as the head sculpting go, in my opinion, this is a very, very good head sculpt. Like they could have honestly easily, if they wanted to, just make this guy just slightly bigger, maybe not even slightly bigger if they wanted to. I mean, obviously they're putting like what is it, the Centurion Ranger as a deluxe, and really all he's come with like little extra accessories. So in my opinion, I am glad this guy is a single figure release with the normal wave and not a deluxe. So with that being said, his face sculpt is done amazingly. Nice paint applications. Could use a bit of a wash, obviously a lot of these figures can, but really good detail, especially right there in the eyes. They are done very nicely. The body mold obviously is brand new. This upper, I guess, I don't know, robe, whatever this is a separate piece. So there is a body sculpt under there, but sadly the robe doesn't seem to be removable as is, so you really can't see inside that sculpting, but it's a texture detail that's done very nicely. Basically the same texture as his hands all around his body. His robe is done sculpted very nicely. I guess There's this little hump right here. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a hood or not, but overall, very nicely done. Unfortunately, it does look like he is a little bit lacking in terms of articulation due to his sculpting, but we'll get more into that once I do the articulation review. As far as the lower half of his body goes, I think this is where they were able to save the money and not put him into a deluxe, because it is basically no sculpting at all. It's just basically a normal lower half of a regular Ranger figure. I'm not sure if these boots were used on any other Ranger figures, but you know, they kind of look like pirate boots, but overall not a huge major new sculpting compared to like his upper half of his body. So I think this is how they were able to, you know, say, oh, let's just put him in the normal wave. But yeah, overall his claws are painted on very nicely, which is kind of a weird touch of how his claws are so big right here, but then all of a sudden when his fists are closed, his claws are like completely shrunk down. It's been a while since I've seen the show. Did his claws like get longer in the show? Let me know. It's been obviously quite some time since I think that show came out like what, 2003, 2004. So it's been almost 20 years since Dino Thunder. So yeah, overall a really good sculpting in my opinion. Could use a wash, as I mentioned. Overall, not too bad of a figure. So let's go ahead and move on to articulation. So moving on to articulation, he does not have your standard Power Rangers Lightning Collection figure articulation, obviously, because there's a lot of things hindering, and then obviously a lot of the money went into sculpting, but he does have a good amount. So as far as head articulation goes, he does do full 360. Looks up an okay amount just from the base of the neck joint, but his neck joint itself on the inner part does move a little bit. So he, oh no, his head is removable. So he can look up an okay amount. There is rotation to the back, as you can see there. But the way the head sculpt is designed, he doesn't get that full range of motion. So he doesn't look up very well. He can look down a very good amount. Also, he has jaw articulation. So whether you guys want that or not, he has it. Could have been put money into other articulations, sure. I think double jointed elbows would have been a much better option in my opinion. But, you know, having no articulation never hurts. But if you guys want it, he has it, jaw articulation. Next up, shoulder joints only goes up about that far because of his shoulder pads or his coat, whatever it is. Does have a slight butterfly. Doesn't go back very far. Doesn't go forward very far either. Does rotate full 360 inside the butterfly joints. No upper bicep. Single jointed elbow. Rotates at the elbow. Wrist articulation full 360. Hinges in about that much. Out about that much. That is it as far as arm goes. He doesn't have a... Oh, I guess... Yeah, he does have an upper torso. Just like regular Rangers, but because of the robe, it is completely hindered and you don't get as much movement. He does have a lower waist swivel, so no ab crunch. Does he have drop down hips? He does not have drop down hips. Obviously, I didn't even notice this before, is because he is still using the old pin legs, so no drop down hips there. But if you guys are wondering, he is not, well, he's a little loose, but nowhere near as loose as Tommy was. So he'll only do the splits about that far. Kick up a good amount, even with the robe. Kick back an okay amount. Upper thigh swivel. Double jointed pin knees. Upper boot cuff swivel. And then Hasbro ankle rockers, back, forwards, left, right, peg holes at the bottom. So yeah, basically almost your standard Power Rangers Lightning Collection figure, obviously due to like a very hindering sculpt. He is, you know, lacking just a little bit, but overall more than enough to get what you need out of this guy. So yeah, really, oh, can you span? There you go. Really good sculpting, really good articulation for what it is. Happy about the price point, you know, not being a deluxe figure, but being a deluxe figure, as we all know, it probably would have went on sale anyways. I don't think I have seen a deluxe wave to this day that has not gone on sale. So as far as deluxe figure goes, for whatever reason, they just don't sell in this line, which is a shame because their monster figures are really nice. As of lately, some of their deluxe offerings have been kind of annoying, like the Centurion Ranger. That should not have been a deluxe in my opinion. Like it didn't, in my opinion, didn't have enough accessories to warrant being a deluxe. I don't care if it was a brand new sculpting altogether. I mean, the Tanga Warrior is the great option or point of that, of how that was a single way figure for $19.99 and they were able to get away with that. But anyways, that was a little rant. Let's go ahead and move on to size comparisons. Okay, and here we have him next to a male Dino Thunder figure where he just barely taller than Connor, and then next to a female Dino Thunder figure where he is a good amount taller than Kira. So there you go, male and female body, Dino Thunder red and yellow. Moving on. And then obviously we have to have him next to his colleague Dr. Tommy Oliver and his son Trent. So obviously this is a great addition to the Dino Thunder wave. Obviously all we need is a Zeltrex, you know, maybe a few more characters from here and there, but I think as of right now I am happy with my Dino Thunder lineup. I really honestly don't need any more, but any more is always welcomed. If you guys are a long-time follower of the channel, you guys know that Dino Thunder is one of my favorite seasons, if not my favorite season. So yeah, moving on. Okay, and last but not least, here we have the rest of the figures from this Wave 14. We have Ollie, the Dino Fury Blue Ranger, and Kendrix, the Lost Galaxy Pink Ranger, and then obviously Dr. Tommy Oliver. So, yeah, they scale really nicely together. Based on the comments down below, if you guys let me know who you want to see next. Do you want to see Ollie or do you want to see Kendrix? Let me know, and I will release that video next. But, yeah, let's move on to final thoughts. So moving on to final thoughts, is this figure a smash? Is he a pass? In my opinion, for the price that he is right now, it is a great buy. In my opinion, you get all new upper half sculpting. Obviously, they cheaped out on the lower half. It does make it kind of like hard to pose him sometimes because the top half is so top heavy. I wish they would have given him like maybe some thicker legs, but overall, not too bad. He'll still stand pretty much on his own, but he is just slightly top heavy. Keep that in mind. The face sculpt is amazing. The jaw articulation I could have gone without. The hands, the chest, all great sculpting. It is a great figure. Honestly, I highly recommend it. But seeing as how he's not sold out anywhere, you could probably wait for him to go on sale, maybe like $15 or something. I don't know. But definitely don't pass up on Tommy Oliver. Obviously, him being Tommy, he's going to sell out pretty quickly. So if you guys see him, just go ahead and get him. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But anyways, this guy's a definite pass. For the price, honestly, in my opinion, he's great. Obviously, sales are always nice. But anyways, guys, thank you for making it this far into the video. If you made it this far, please consider subscribing to the channel. I do lots of videos like this, mainly Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures review with a sprinkle of every other figures here and there that I feel like reviewing, but mainly Power Rangers Lightning Collection, which is why it takes forever for me to upload videos. I don't do news updates. That's just not really my thing. I'll leave that to Toku Topics. He does an amazing job with that. And since I don't really review any other figures, the Power Rangers Lightning Collections are very sporadic on when they decide to release anything. So I only review them as they come out. So until next time, guys.